Good morning and welcome to 12 to Know. It is Friday, April 17th, 2026, and here is what you need to know. Story 1. U.S. News. Trump claims Iran deal very close. President Donald Trump says a deal to end the war on Iran is very close, with talks potentially resuming in Pakistan as early as this weekend. The State Department announced a 10-day ceasefire between Israeli and Lebanese officials to allow for negotiations. This comes as diplomatic pressure mounts ahead of midterm elections. Meanwhile, Capitol Hill saw significant movement on House leadership. Story 2, U.S. News. Democrats flip New Jersey House seat. Democrat Analilia Mejia won a special election in New Jersey's 11th district, further narrowing Republicans' razor-thin majority in the U.S. House. The victory comes as Democrats raised $27 million in the first quarter, part of a Democratic fundraising surge ahead of midterms. Republicans now face even tighter margins for passing legislation. On the legal front, the Supreme Court made a major ruling. Story 3, U.S. News. Supreme Court blocks conversion therapy ban. The Supreme Court ruled that Colorado's law banning conversion therapy regulates speech based on viewpoint and warrants strict scrutiny under the First Amendment. Trump became the first sitting president to attend oral arguments Wednesday, appearing for the birthright citizenship case. Legal experts called his attendance unprecedented. Speaking of unprecedented, the economy is showing mixed signals. Story 4, U.S. News. Jobs report shows February decline. February's employment report showed job losses of 92,000, with January and December figures revised downward, including December swinging to a loss of 17,000 jobs. The unemployment rate for people born in the U.S. climbed to 4.7% from 4.4% over the past year. Economists warn of continued weakness ahead. Overseas, a major ceasefire took effect in the Middle East. Story 5, World. Israel-Lebanon ceasefire begins. A 10-day ceasefire between Israel and the Lebanese government took effect at 5 p.m. Thursday. Celebrations erupted in Beirut with tracer rounds and fireworks lighting up the night sky. Israel struck over 380 Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon in the past 24 hours before the truce. Pakistan is playing a key diplomatic role in the region. Story 6, World. Pakistan mediates U.S.-Iran talks. Pakistan's prime minister visited Saudi Arabia and Qatar as part of collective efforts to promote regional peace and de-escalation between the United States and Iran. Pakistan is being recognized for its constructive diplomatic engagement, facilitating message exchanges and helping create space for meaningful negotiations. Meanwhile, European leaders are taking action on shipping routes. Story 7, World 40 Nations plan Hormuz reopening mission. Britain and France will host a virtual meeting Friday with 40 countries to discuss efforts to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and support the fragile Iran ceasefire. Leaders will establish an international mission to deploy a combined military effort as soon as conditions allow. The strait remains critical to global energy supplies. On Wall Street, markets hit new records despite ongoing uncertainties. Story 8, Business. S&P 500 breaks 7,000 for first time. The S&P 500 recorded its first close above 7,000 at 7,022.95, while the NASDAQ posted its first close above 24,000 at 24,016.02. The NASDAQ notched its 12th consecutive positive session, the longest winning streak since July 2009. Optimism over Iran peace talks fueled the rally. Corporate earnings are showing mixed results this quarter. Story 9, Finance. Bank earnings beat expectations. Bank of America posted its highest earnings per share in almost 2 decades at $1.11, with revenue climbing 7.2% to $30.43 billion. Equities trading revenue jumped 30% to $2.83 billion as geopolitical volatility roiled markets, helping drive the bank's best trading quarter in 15 years. In sports, the NBA playoffs are heating up. Story 10. Sports. Warriors advance in NBA play-in tournament. Down by 13 in the fourth quarter, Steph Curry's flurry propelled the Warriors to a play-in win, setting up a duel with Phoenix for the 8th seed. The SoFi NBA play-in tournament runs April 14-17, with the first round of playoffs starting April 18. Tonight's games air on Prime Video. Here's a story that'll warm your heart. Story 11. Human interest. Texas custodian earns 4th degree. Texas custodian Jessica Caldwell earned 4 degrees while working nights and raising 4 kids. Her determination to better her life while juggling work and family responsibilities has inspired colleagues and students alike. She proves that with persistence, any goal is achievable regardless of your starting point. And finally, here's something that'll make you smile. Story 12. And finally, 91-year-old becomes first-time grandfather. An Australian man was certified by Guinness World Records as the oldest first-time grandfather at the age of 91. He welcomed his first grandchild after decades of waiting, proving that some of life's greatest joys are worth the wait. His story reminds us that family milestones can happen at any age. Those are your 12 stories to know this Friday. From diplomatic breakthroughs to market milestones to heartwarming human achievements, the world keeps turning with both challenges and wonders. Stay curious, stay informed,